Going on, y'all? It's your boy Corey. I'm actually just waking up from a Saturday nap. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse what I look like right now. But hell, I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, I figured I'd get up and answer a couple of questions. I had a question or whatever, and it asks, all right. It's asking me what made me come out as a transgender. Let's start in the beginning. I was already out, about 10 years as being gay. All right. Being a gay female. I was already out. All right. My mom knew for years what I was. I just didn't really act on it, because I still was a little bit shaky about coming out due to my mom being a pastor. Due to me being the oldest of six girls, I didn't really flaunt it, like I should have. But the reason for that being because I had a different respect for my family. But so I decided to slowly, gradually come out. So I went from film to a STEM to a stud, and now I stepped into my transgender life 2 years ago. When I finally decided to come out as transgender, I can't say it was something that made me come out. I can only say I was tired of waiting to come out. Like, I was frustrated because I was just like, I'm a grown-ass man. Like, I'm finna be 33 next month. And it took me, gradually just telling my family, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't afraid. It's that respect thing, that you have, because my mom had been a pastor my whole life, so I didn't know how to tell her something that I was finna change for the rest of my life. I had no idea, like, how I was gonna do it. But the way my personality is set up, I didn't study how I was gonna do it. I didn't practice how I was gonna do it. I just did it. This was back in 2017 when I first told my family that I was gonna transition. Now, coming out as transgender, for me personally, after I stopped giving a god rat's ass how people felt, I just went and got me my medicine. It wasn't that I still had to go through a coming out phase because I was already well into my 30s before, when I started. So I didn't have to care too hard because I already had my own. At that time, when I first came out as transgender, I was married. I had to worry about coming out to my ex-wife. I had to worry about coming out to my kids. And when I came out to my kids, that was very hard for me. Now, that was something that was up and down, to my natural born kids. Like, that was really different for them. Now, coming out to my kids was kind of a little bit more harder than coming out to my mama because I have to see and live with my kids. And my kids are, of course, older, 9 and 11 years old, where they was already well into saying mommy. They was born out of my body, so it's not like they practiced saying daddy early. Like, they didn't have to do all that. I didn't care for all that, but I still had to explain to my kids what was going on. I was definitely, I did explain to my family what I was doing, but as far as like saying what source made me come out, I just got tired of waiting. That's basically what my problem is. I was like, what the hell am I waiting for? That was my issue, waiting. So it wasn't that I had to come out. It was just that what am I waiting for? I had to sit back and analyze why the hell am I waiting when I'm already living on my own. I already got my own family. I already got my own place. I already got my own everything. I don't need to wait for anything. But I just did it out of respect thing. You know, I did it out of respect. To answer your next question, do I still feel like a female sometimes as transgender? Yeah. It's times where I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate it, you know, because my body's still gradually changing. I had to stop my medicine the first year of taking my medicine, and I had to stop it for about 8 months. I just restarted it 3 months ago after stopping it for 8 months. So I would have fully been on it 2 years next month, December 6th. No lie. 2 years next month if I would have stayed on it due to insurance purposes. That's why. Insurance purposes. That was it. During the times that I feel like a female, it could be that once a month time where I feel like a female where I'm getting those cramps. And that's why I call it dry cramping, okay? It's called dry cramping. When you cramp, but you don't bleed. I still get the cramps because I still, of course, have my uterus. So yeah, I still feel like a female sometimes because I still get those cramps. Sometimes I get into my emotional state where I act a little female-ish and the dead name will rise up and come out of my ass and I have to calm that bitch down. And, you know, I have to tell her, listen, bitch, I'm burying your ass. Don't act like this, you know. So sometimes I do tend to get out of my character as who I'm becoming, you know, but I guess that happens naturally, you know. Hey, it is what it is. Sometimes people can piss me off to I'll turn into a female, you know. Bad black bitch. But nah, I'll just, you know, acting like a female. I can't say I purposely try. Feeling like a female sometimes, that's something that happens natural because that's, you know, it happens. You know, you can get irritated and turn into a little bitch. But at the end of the day, like, naturally my body has not really, like, you know, wanted to go on that side. You know, like, when I started retaking my medicine again 3 months ago, immediately I can feel the testosterone rising in my body. I can feel it. Like, it's not something that, you know, you try to feel. Like, it's not something that you try to feel. Sometimes it's just something that happens naturally. Like, it's something that happens, you know, when I look in the mirror sometimes with me not having, like, any surgeries done yet, you know, sometimes that can bring me into the dysphoria of feeling like a female sometimes. That is, to be honest with you, when I feel like a female sometimes, that is definitely a dysphoria for me. No lie. You know, if you got any questions about what are my dysphorias, I'll make a new video talking about that. But being generally feeling like a female at times, you know, to be honest with you, that irritates the shit out of me because I don't want to feel that either. But it happens. It happens. Things in life just makes you naturally react. And sometimes it can make you react, you know, not like cisgender men, you know. But I can say I'm working on that shit. You know, I'm working on that shit because I don't like it. You know, it's a part of my dysphoria. I don't like it, you know. Just feeling like that sometimes. I'm just like, man, it's time for me to go ahead and get this top surgery done. It's time for me to hurry get this name change done because the name makes me still feel like a female. Like, when I hear my dead name all the fucking time, like, the dead name, it sucks. Like, my sisters still calls me it. Ugh. They still say the female pronouns. Ugh. I really don't like it, but they're my sisters. I'm the oldest. They're like my babies. I can't force them. I can't rush them. I have to be patient with that. Sometimes that makes me feel like a female when they remind me that I'm their sister. I'm like, I know I'm your sister, but can we get the brother part down? But it's my sisters, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mom, of course, still naturally looks at me as her daughter. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, it gets under my skin, but it's mom, it's mom. It's mom. What can you do? She still calls me by my dead name. That part will never freaking change. So a lot of those trans men out there that do got that chance where their moms is calling them by their trans name and their life, their new life name, I'm good, because it's a lot of mamas, especially a lot of black mamas that ain't gonna do it, and you can't be mad. You just got to remember, it ain't the mama that's the enemy. It's not. You got to deal with the other outside of the world. You can't force moms and dads and siblings and sometimes kids. You can't force those people to just rush into something that we are doing with our own life. Like, you can't do that. So my mom still tends to make me feel like a damn female, and I try, my best. Sometimes I don't call often as I should, but I love my mom. Like, that's my baby. Like, got a tatted, like, blood. So that's my baby. Like, it's my heart. I love her. Like, I can't say nothing else about that. My grandmothers, and I got one grandmother that just ain't with this shit. She ain't even trying to think about it. I'm still working on her, okay? We ain't even gonna mention Grandma Mary, okay? We still working on you, baby. But that's my heart too. That's my heart too. That I was 6 days old when I came in this lady life. So what am I supposed to do about that? Can't do nothing. Can't do nothing. That's all I know. So, sometimes my kids can make me feel like a female. Like, my youngest son, my 9-year-old, he ain't got no respect for my pronouns. My oldest son will 100% try. My stepchildren will 100%. That's all they know me as he. My other, my fiance's kids, that's all they know me as he. But my kids, my oldest son, I'm so proud of him because he has been trying his best. You know what I'm saying? He slips up too, but he has been trying his best. My kids still say mommy. My other kids call me by my name, but they don't call me by Sequoia. They call me by Corey. That's different. They didn't know me as Sequoia. They didn't know that. But my fiance, on the other hand, she will make me feel like a female sometimes, okay? And when I have to tell her, listen, damn it, when you talking to your mama, you use he. Use the words he. And, she's been doing pretty damn good, for the last 2 years, you know what I'm saying? So, but she's known me also for the last 15 years, and I ain't been transitioned 15 years. She's known me since we were 16 and 18 years old. She was 16, I was 18. So the dead name is the only one she knew. I had to introduce her to Corey. She didn't know who the hell that was. She was like, damn, I wasn't expecting that, but she accepted it. That's different. She wasn't expecting it, but she accepted it. And, so she's been doing way better than a lot of people. I've had a few friends that jump right on the bandwagon and just like, all right, that's your name? All right, Corey. All right, cool. Corey, that's what you want? All right, bet. That's what you want? And then I had this one or two that just straight up blatantly said they ain't gonna do it. I had to cut that bitch off. I had to cut her off. Whew. I had to cut the friend off. The friend said she was just not finna do it. Now, when she come around and she want to change mine, then that's when she could talk to Jacory. But other than that, I will not tolerate you telling me that you're not going to try. There's a big difference to you accidentally messing up because you know me all your life and we've known each other all our lives. But then then you telling me that you're never going to do it, that you're never going to accept it. Yeah, you got to go. You got to go. So, other than that, feeling like a female is something that I can't help sometimes. Sometimes I get family that kind of like brings that shit up. Sometimes I just get feelings, where I get in my feelings or I get irritated or something like that. But sometimes that's testosterone too. You know, the only thing that can make me feel like that is if I keep allowing myself to feel like that. I have to, not do that, but at the same time, I'm still fresh at it, I'm still, getting back in my groove to where I left off at, basically. So, Miss Felicia, I hope that answered your question. Sorry this video is so long, but if you got any more questions, holler at your boy. I'll be pretty much here all day. I answer more than one question in the same day if you ask me to. Anything. It could be about my kids, it could be about my family, it could be, what number shot I'm on. It could be anything, It could be can I cook, I don't give a damn what question it is, like where I'm from, where I'm from, did they accept it here? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot of shit, but, went down. I had to go do some things, first year, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but it was some things, it was some surprising things that happened that I never thought that would happen, when I first began transitioning. So if you got any questions, holler at your boy. I need some subscribers. Hit that subscribe button when you do, hit my videos, because apparently my videos popping up on Google too, you know what I'm saying? So hit that subscribe button and hit them likes, you know what I'm saying? And holler at me and ask me anything. I be going off the dome sometimes, to be honest with you. I be seeing a lot of transgenders and stuff. They be writing this stuff down, and a lot of people that play, do the YouTubes, they be